ways away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America.
And so we're dealing with healthcare. The reality is that our people are literally dying in the streets of the richest country in the world.
Never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
It's made in Nirvana.
Two of my favorite political philosophers, Mao Zedong and Mother Teresa, not often coupled with each other, but the two people that I turn to most.
A huge part of our press strategy was focused on making the media cover what Obama was actually saying, as opposed to, why the campaign was saying it, what the tactic was. Did we communicate through the press anything that we didn't absolutely control?
I saw this myself in the late 70s in San Francisco. This kind of rhetoric was very frightening, and it created a climate in which violence.
The way to look at it, the way the president looks at it, we look at it, is it's not a news organization so much as it has a perspective.
They're not really a news station. If you watch it's not just their commentators, but a lot of their news programming. It's really not news. It's pushing a point of view.
It does no good to win on net neutrality if net neutrality winds up having a neutral impact on the lives of the people. I would argue that fighting, not just at the FCC, as important as that is, but fighting to make sure that every local city and municipality is making free broadband available to everybody has to be number one on our agenda. It has to be.
We're here to get the money back for the American people. I understand, sir, but you can't come in. Can you just take the bag, take it up there? Absolutely not. Fill it up? I got more bags. 10 billion probably won't fit.
Just to give you a sense of the dimensions of what has been accomplished in a very short period of time. There's been the largest public expenditure on anti-poverty programs, putting on the very poorest people in this country.
No. Not God bless America. God damn America.
Reverend Reich. As imperfect as he may be, he has been like family to me. I can no more disown him than I can disown my white grandmother. These people are part of me.
We want to start getting everybody organized. That is why I'm in this race. Not just to hold an office, but to gather with you to transform a nation. Organize, and then organize some more. We cannot continue to rely only on our military in order to achieve the national security objectives that we've set. We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful. I'm working hard to fix up your classrooms and get you the books and the equipment and the computers you need to learn. But you've got to do your part too. Syria, Iran, North Korea, Venezuela, I would meet with them. And I would meet with them without preconditions.
Balance. I have concerns about some of the language that is being used because I saw this myself in the late 70s in San Francisco.
There's an old way of seeing the world. And most importantly, we need independent social movements.
That was, of course, Sarah Palin early this month rallying her troops.
My role is to give voice to those, and there are still hundreds of thousands of people.
So the need for renewables down the road, and he has shown the courage to offer a prudent concern for the effect of CO2 emissions.
Your papers law. Mexico issues a travel warning about the state of Arizona. It should be assumed that any Mexican citizen could be bothered and questioned for no other reason at any moment. Good evening from New York. Mexico has issued a travel alert warning that it might be unsafe for its tourists to travel in the United States of America, specifically in the state of Arizona.
Citizens of Arizona, and for the people I represent, and by bringing attention to and nationalizing the issue in Arizona, I'm doing the people of Arizona a favor so we can get out from under this horrible shadow that extremists have put us in Arizona.
Well said, sir. RC political analyst Eugene Robinson, also associate editor, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist for the Washington Post, to address this subject today, particularly the reaction or non-reaction from the Tea Party.
You know, that's kind of unclear to me, Keith, and I suspect it will depend on who does the stopping. I presume that, for example, if it's a deputy of crazy Sheriff Joe Arpaio, and so where are the Tea Party demonstrations? And I wondered in the column this morning whether there's some sort of asterisk or exemption